I'm Kristen. You're watching Kristincooks. In tonight's video, I've already finished dinner and I cleaned up the dishes from tonight's dinner. And I just wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about what I did for tonight's dinner. So I have previously made a video on a chicken tamale casserole, which was really good. It used chicken and green enchilada sauce. And like I said, it was good, but my family wanted to try the same thing except swap ground beef for the chicken and red enchilada sauce for the green enchilada sauce. So that's what I did tonight, and it turned out so good. It turned out really well. I think that with the ground beef, the dish had more flavor overall. I'll take these off. And so I just wanted to just talk a little bit about that. I will link that other video in the description box of this video if you want to watch the other one. I uploaded it not too long ago, so you know, it should be easy to find if you want to watch it. But we really enjoyed eating this recipe with my modifications. And I'm just excited that it came out really well and that we weren't disappointed, because that would have been a bummer. So if you want to see how I made this happen and what I did and all that good stuff, then just keep watching. Just, don't go anywhere, please. Just stay and watch my video. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. I also made a little dessert that I will upload in a separate video, but it's a little twist on chocolate chip cookies. So if you'd like to watch that, then I'm going to be uploading that one soon. Also, I'm going to be baking the cookies here. My oven's on and heated up and everything. So I hope your week is going fabulous. It's hump day today, Wednesday, and we're almost done with another week. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm at 2.5 minutes already. So let's get going on the video. Okay, to start this off, I'm going to just make taco meat. Do this however you like with a packet or whatever you do, just make some taco meat. I put a can of enchilada sauce in the meat along with some taco seasoning, cumin, paprika, garlic powder. That's how I do taco meat like all the time. I don't always use the enchilada sauce, but I just thought it would go really well in this recipe. So that's what I did. And that was my first step. Okay, and now I'm going to get the tamale dough together. So in the bowl of a stand mixer, I have 2 cups of flour, or no, sorry, not flour, masa. That's what we have here. Oh, actually 3 cups, sorry. I will link, as I said, I will link the recipe in the description box so you'll have the exact measurements for everything, but that's just 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and then I'm going to put in some baking powder, some pepper, some salt. What else? I think that was about it. But like I said, I'll link it for you so you have it all there. And this is lard. This is what gives tamales kind of that sour flavor, you know what I mean? Rather than just using butter. But I just have half of the butter subbed half of the butter for the lard. So in goes the lard. It's like a little over 1/4 cup is 6 tablespoons. Between a half a cup and 1/4 cup. Somewhere in there is 6 tablespoons. So that's what I did. And then I'm going to put in 6 tablespoons of cold butter. I just grated it on my cheese grater, and then I'll put it in. Here it is, like this, like that. I'm not using the food processor in this video because In my other video I did with the chicken version, it was just too much for my little processor. So this time I decided to use my stand mixer, and it was a lot easier. And then I put in 2 cups of beef broth into the mixture. Otherwise, I would use chicken broth for the, chicken version, but since I'm doing beef, I'm going to use the beef. So you just let it mix and mix and let it get to the consistency of thick peanut butter, which we have here, right here. I also have a roasted poblano in here and some corn, just so you know that too. I didn't show that, but I put that in also. So now here goes the rest of the corn. I'm just going to fold it in all together. I think was 2 cups of corn, and you just half it and put half in the mixture, and then half, just keep it whole and put it in the dough. Because I processed the corn, the first half of the corn. Does that make sense? Anyway, you'll see in the recipe. It's all in there. Sorry if I'm a little confusing about explaining things here. Okay, so now that that's done, I have my oven preheated to 400, by the way, and I'm going to spray my 9x13 with nonstick spray. Don't forget to do that. We don't want to have a big mess here. And then I'm going to take half of the tamale dough and press it into the bottom of the pan of the dish. And just kind of evenly cover the bottom of the dish. And then on top of the tamale dough, then I'm going to put in some cheese, some Monterey Jack cheese. I'm going to have about 3 cups altogether. So, I'll put about a cup on there, and then I'll top the cheese with all of the taco meat that I made in the beginning of the video. And I just put it on here like that. Spread it out so it's evenly covering all of the tamale dough, so that everywhere that you'll get bites of the meat when you serve it. Just put it in there like that. And then put the rest of the Monterey Jack cheese on top of the meat. Like I said, altogether about 3 cups of cheese, Monterey Jack cheese. Or you could use pepper jack, that would be good too. Both are good options, just what you're in the mood for, I suppose. And then I'm going to take the rest of the tamale dough and press it down over the cheese and the meat. And we're almost done. We're almost ready to go in the oven. It will bake about 40 minutes total. So you need a little bit of time to do this, make this recipe, but it's worth it. It's really a good recipe to make, I think. And the tamale dough is pretty sticky. Just a heads up. There's no real, dainty, clean way to do this, it's a sticky kind of a dough. But just work it with the spatula and your fingers and just cover the top of it the best you can. And it's okay if it doesn't look pretty, because it's going to go in the oven and bake, and we're going to pour some more sauce on, and it's not going to matter in the end, is what I'm saying. It's going to be fine. And this did heat up the next day. My husband had it for lunch, and it heated up well the next day too. So it's okay if you make a big one, because you can have leftovers. I like having leftovers. A good dinner to have for lunch the next day. I like that. It's nice. We don't always eat our leftovers, but it's always a treat when you have a good lunch to look forward to the next day too. Okay, so then here is the rest of the enchilada sauce here. I'm just going to pour it over the top. Okay, here it is all assembled. And then lastly, this is the very last, you're going to cover it all with the rest of the cheese. The remaining cup or so. Like that. And then to bake this, I'm going to cover it with foil. And make sure you spray the side of the foil that's going to be touching the casserole. Make sure and spray it so that it doesn't stick. The casserole doesn't stick to your foil when you take it off. So then this is going to bake in a 400-degree oven covered for 30 minutes. Okay, and then this is after 30 minutes. So take the foil off. And then it's going to go back in the oven for 10 more minutes. Here it is, back in the oven, 10 more minutes. And here we go. Voila. There it is. It's all done. Yay. That's all done. It's really, and like I said, this has quite a bit more flavor than the chicken with the green enchilada sauce. Both are good versions. It's just what you like better, if you like chicken more or if you like the ground beef more. But I really like this version too. So this is the one that I'm probably going to make the most in my house. So thank you for watching. I hope you make these. As I said, I'll have everything listed for you in the description box, the recipes and whatnot. So I'll just see you guys in the next one.